The day begins with small rituals, laces, straps, and quiet determination. On the Camino, even a simple shell becomes a compass of identity.
The first hours feel private, like the forest is holding your thoughts.
Choices are constant, but the Camino makes them simple. Follow the arrow, keep walking. As the light rises, the route reveals its scale, bigger than any one person. The Camino becomes a metronome. Step, pole, breath, repeat. Rest is part of the pilgrimage, fuel for legs and for mood.
Each stamp is a small proof. You were here, you kept going.
The Camino is not a shortcut. It's the long way on purpose.
Cities on the Camino feel different because you enter them on foot.
The small, practical moments become the real luxury. You learn to eat for tomorrow, not just for today.
The Camino teaches logistics, simple systems that keep you moving.
Recovery is part of the route. Your body negotiates with the distance.
The Camino is honest. Every kilometer leaves a signature.
You don't need motivation at dawn, only momentum. Some days the landscape speaks louder than people.
Wayfinding becomes a language you can read without thinking.
The Camino threads through centuries, stone bridges carrying modern footsteps. The route is full of mirrors, water reflecting the journey back at you. The scenery shifts, and the Camino changes flavor. Earth, grapes, open light. The Camino isn't isolated. It lives inside real towns with real mornings. On the Camino, the simplest tasks become a daily rhythm.
Every morning feels like a reset button, and you earn with yesterday's miles.
The cities arrive slowly on foot. First noise, then stone, then silence again.
The Camino builds community without introductions, just shared distance.
The Meseta doesn't entertain you. It tests your patience and your focus.
On the plateau, the weather becomes the only drama, and it's enough.
In the Meseta, water tastes like victory. The Camino is physical honesty. Heat, cold, wind, and your response to it. The road teaches one lesson. Keep going, even when nothing changes. Hospitality on the Camino feels simple and unusually sincere. The body adapts, but only if you listen to it. The Camino keeps delivering beauty, right when you think it's all effort.
You collect stamps like breadcrumbs, proof of a path made real.
Weather doesn't ask permission. It just becomes part of your day.
The Camino teaches resilience in small, practical moves.
Comfort appears in unexpected places. Warmth, sugar, a pause from rain.
At Cruz de Ferro, people leave something behind, sometimes a stone, sometimes a weight they've carried for years. Then they walk on lighter.
After the ridge, the Camino changes mood. Cooler air, softer colors. Fortresses and footpaths share the same story: endurance. The Camino's secret ingredient is people, strangers who feel familiar by day's end. Morning starts quietly out of respect, everyone chasing their own horizon. In the mountains, the Camino feels ancient: stone, mist, and quiet.
Warmth on the Camino isn't luxury, it's recovery. Galicia feels like the Camino's deep inhale: green, wet, alive.
The numbers shrink slowly, just fast enough to keep you believing.
The air changes, and suddenly you can smell how close you are. Near the end, the Camino gets louder. More footsteps, more anticipation.
The Camino is stitched together by small crossings like this, quiet and steady. The last days still ask for work. One more climb, one more breath. Patience. The passport becomes a map made of moments. The landscape feels like it's revealing itself only when you've earned it. Food on the Camino tastes like recovery. Simple, salty, perfect. Rain makes everything shine and makes every step more deliberate.
The Camino is built from tiny corrections. Comfort equals distance.
Sometimes the Camino gives you a gift with no warning. The Camino hides guidance in plain sight, if you slow down enough to see it.
Bells mark time here, not deadlines, just progression.
The Camino becomes intimate, close enough to touch the landscape.
Ordinary life continues beside the pilgrimage. Soft, warm, unhurried.
Near the finish, the Camino feels like a river, everyone flowing the same way.
Gear doesn't finish the Camino, but it carries the evidence of every day.
The destination starts to appear in fragments, like a thought you can't stop returning to.
Kindness becomes a daily currency on the road.
Small decisions matter. Tighten, breathe, climb.
Symbols on the Camino don't demand anything. They simply witness.
Days end gently here. Tired legs, warm rooms, quiet gratitude.
The Camino simplifies you. What you carry matters. What you don't carry matters more. The final approach doesn't feel like victory yet. It feels like pressure. The destination appears like a memory you haven't lived yet.
The Camino doesn't end outside the city. It threads straight through it.
The city feels like it's pulling you inward, one corridor at a time.
When the signs say cathedral, your legs suddenly feel lighter.
The final meters feel different, like you're crossing into a conclusion. You don't just arrive. You're absorbed by the stone and the sky. The body stops first, then the mind catches up.
The paperwork is small, but the meaning feels massive.
The Camino ends in a room with forms, but it began on a road with fog.
When the pack comes off, you notice how much you carried and how much you changed.
After arrival, the pace changes. No more chasing distance.
You try to take the Camino home, but it's already inside you.
The finish line looks different when the crowd is gone. More personal, more real.
The Camino leaves evidence, quiet artifacts that carry loud memories.
The arrow still points forward, even after you arrive.
The Camino ends, but the feeling of motion stays in your body.
The Camino doesn't give you a new life. It gives you a new way to walk through the one you already have. Buen camino!